Hey there. Today I was going to show you a side-by-side drawing of the Strathmoore 400 series and the Canson XL. So label them up top just in case you want to keep track of that. I'm going to do something simple. I'm going to be doing just drawing basically a face, but I'm going to switch from one side to another like so. I'll just get started. You'll see. So I'm going to start with an eye and kind of show you how maybe it's not going to look exactly the same, of course, but it's going to be pretty identical. So this is just to kind of make sure the lead doesn't wear down, basically, and just kind of give different looks, but try to keep up with the same pace. I'm not going to switch back and forth constantly, but kind of get an idea. And so what I probably should have did was start off with the nose a little bit and then go to the next eye. I always do this, or lately I've been doing it. It's not great, because sometimes I'll have one eye more to one side than the other, or the rule is kind of keeping the eyes along with the nostrils here. So what I'm going to do actually is I guess this will be a good example of also using the erasers and showing how much it can erase or how well it will. So got this right here. And I'm just gonna check my phone real quick to see if it's showing up correct or dark enough. Yeah, that should be fine. So I just kind of come in here. You could think of it rounding out that way for the eyeball. And then here as well. Already I could kind of tell it's already looking a little off, but we're just going to keep going with it. And the pupil is going to be too large on this one, or the eyeball will. So there's times I like the Strathmoore more than the Canson, but then there's other times that, to me, it just feels like the Canson does better. It's always conflicting. It kind of seems cleaner on here, on the Strathmoore, but I do like that the look is a little. We'll see how I already kind of went through this on my own time, trying to see exactly how it's going to play out, but they almost look the same but different. It's very strange. I know there's a little bit of lighting difference here. I'm trying to fix that, but we'll draw these lines here for kind of like the crease by the eyelids, and then this here. I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place. Draw some lips here. And I'd like to kind of get your feedback to see if it looks different to y'all, any of you watching, as I do this, because when I'm doing it by myself, there's certain things you can kind of pick up on and other things you may not see until after you're all done. Right here, I can already tell there's it's kind of, I think it's called bleeding, but yeah, I know I'm not doing such straight, clean lines, but I'm going to try to do that. I'll try to, let's see. And kind of do something like that right there. I've been playing around with how I draw noses. Sometimes you can kind of do like the anime look. Kind of, it's simpler to me, but I've been trying to do more realistic. I checked out some ways how Disney does their eyes, their noses as well. And just trying to mix and match and play with it. I guess that's what art's for, right? You just kind of play with some stuff. And then these aren't all going to be the same size. I'm trying to just kind of mash this out. And then here's that shiny part of the eyeball. Sometimes there's one down below here, but we'll see how that goes from the closer we get. So kind of do round off that. This part I always kind of mess up on, depending on where the eye's located. And then just kind of go along here. See, this eye is too far out. And that's something I always do. So I should probably start with the nose, or one eye, kind of do the nose here. This should be about right here instead. We're gonna leave it alone for right now. And I just kind of do some basic lines for some eyebrows. I've looked at different designs, but this is fine. So I'm curious to what everyone's been doing, hobbies or picking up new hobbies, or what's been going on in y'all's lives. Watching new shows. I'm hoping everyone's staying safe and good. You know, still a lot of things up in the air, so all we can do is do our part, make sure that we help everyone else stay safe as well. But I think this is it's been a pretty good time for people to kind of learn new skills and get back into what they really enjoy doing. All right, so this is basically what I was just gonna do, some quick outlines of the face and some details inside. Still things, of course, I work on. Like, I don't know if y'all have trouble with this, but for some reason, eyelashes. I know you can be very simple with it. Pretty easy, just do 3 eyelashes, kind of darken around the side here. And sometimes to add a little extra detail. The ears are pretty simple. You can just kind of do that little here. Make sure you have enough lobe here. Like if you were to pierce or wear earrings, it would be enough to kind of fill in there. What I was gonna do next, I'll go ahead and put like a little shiny deal down here as well, I guess. And then just do a few lines, some along those lines. This is where, of course, it'd be colored, whatever eye color it is. I still am looking into the whole how to do shading and lighting and how that affects stuff. It seems pretty simple, but it can get, I don't know why, sometimes we just make things more complicated than they need to be. I'm gonna kind of round this off here. I'm doing this because where the pink of the eye goes, right in here. You don't have to do all this, of course. Very simplified always seems to be better. Detailed is cool, but sometimes we make it too detailed and then it just becomes it looks nasty like that. See, this looks weird. Of course, if I did the other side, it would look a little more normal, but we're gonna leave that open. This one, we'll leave both of these open here. Of course, again, this eye should have been closer here. This could have been increased here, or like tightened up. This was just quick. I know I keep saying I'm going to do a better drawing each time, and then I just forget to record it. There was one I did, and I messed up the recording, so I just I just didn't want to even have to go through the whole process of doing it again. I'm also curious on to what social media websites do you put your art on, or do you browse on in general? I know I tried Instagram before, and just the terms of service are kind of weird, so I got away from all that. And it's just kind of trying to find a new place. I did hear of MeWe, so I was thinking about starting that up. And I think it's supposed to be like a Twitter in a way. But it's just kind of trying to find the right social media to use without the, you know, on Instagram, a lot of people, their posts, I saw some artists who had posts taken down just because they said it was a violation of their terms of service, but it was nothing bad. It might have been a busty drawing or something like that, or, you know, yeah, it was nothing bad. You could see worse on Instagram, but yeah, so it's just, I'm trying to get an idea on what to do in order to put my art out there. YouTube's kind of helping out. I'm not doing enough on it, but it's to get the art out here. At least do something, try to push myself to get back into it. And it's just it's a struggle. It's just the whole recording thing. It's, to me, it's kind of tedious I don't have a lot of space to record in, and I don't want to use that as an excuse, so I keep on trying to do something. But what I'm going to, you know, at least it also is teaching me a new skill, you know, editing, which is very simple for me because I don't do complex videos. But then there's also the whole learning how to get better at angling and using a camera. I mostly use a phone just because it's very simple. I have a MacBook and then an iPhone, so the way they link up and are able to share things like AirDrop and stuff like that is just so simple and so easy. And I would like to learn how to use a DSLR a little bit better, or a mirrorless camera. But I guess the lens I have also makes it a problem. I have a fine lens, but trying to find out the right space and the area I have in my room is what makes it difficult, I guess. Oh, this hair looks crappy. What I'm gonna do is look up some hairstyles real quick and try to go from there. 1 second, and I'll get back to you. Alright, I am going to just wing this some way. Looked up some hairstyles, and it's just, I couldn't really find one that was interesting to me. So we're gonna do simplified anime-ish hairstyle, and then I'll try to put on the other one as well. what's the hardest part for any of you to draw? Like of the body, in general, or even if it's just parts of the face? I know with me, a lot of people have trouble with hands. I've had trouble with hands for a long time. I've gotten slowly better at it. I used to be a little more creative where it came to hair. But then I, just do very anime style hairs, and that could go however you want it to. And then I got big on trying to do realistic hairstyles, and that just made it more difficult. And clean this up a little bit. See, and then right here, so I erased some stuff, and then it's looking kind of The rubbing off on the 400 series is not, it doesn't, it rubs off very well. I mean, like, spreads throughout, bleeds. I don't like that. And it could be this eraser, I don't know, but some of it seems to do better. I'll kind of erase this part here. See, something like that, that looks nasty. And I think that's what makes it, sometimes it's hard to draw on paper that just, if you think you're going to mess up on, it kind of irritates me because it's just like, I don't know if I want to use these sketchbooks, but I don't want to waste the paper either. So I'm trying to find out how to go about it and to utilize all the paper. And I know you could use it for practice drawings and all that stuff, but it's just kind of, for me, it makes it harder for me to want to draw, or at least using that. I know there's a Canson Universal, which I love drawing in, but I'm trying to make sure to use up these papers. It's just, even when you're trying to practice a drawing, or a certain thing, like whether it was hands or eyes or whatever it was. I know lately, of course, like I said, hands and torsos for me. And it's just, when you mess up and you try to fix it, then you mess it up even more, and then it's just makes it look worse, and the whole practice just feels like it fell apart. So we aren't gonna, I was hoping to finish this a lot sooner, but I'm probably getting like towards 20 minutes of doing this, and been trying to find a way to cut down the videos a little bit. I know that if the content's not bad, then, it's tolerable, but see here, of course, I didn't like go further. I should have went further on both sides, because this is probably more the shape of the head, and the hair kind of sticks out a little more than that. I've been watching certain YouTubers to see exactly how they do hair, and they make it look extremely easy, like realistic style hair. And it's kind of, they say, just go along the lines, something like that. Just making some markings, make it look like hair folding through. But this is kind of what it is. I try to do side-by-side comparison. This is the best way I could kind of say it. I'll put this over in the light a little more, and that way you can kind of get an idea, but it looks like it's just the type of paper that it is. This one definitely is a lot, I'll say brighter. This looks a little darker, but the texture is totally different. You can kind of see how this one's thicker, this one's more bendy, this one's not. But I know I'm going to do some erasing real quick on this, kind of give an example. For some reason, it just seems to erase a lot more cleanly. And something like this, nah, not so much. You can kind of see where it's smearing here. And that's kind of why I like Canson more. It just seems like it's a better drawing experience for me. But I know everyone has their preferences. Other people aren't going to be all drawn all nappy looking like I do sometimes. So it's just a preference, and maybe this kind of gives a little more insight in what how your drawings will look, or I know if you're actually sketching, let's say like a ball, and then you're just doing something real quick. And actually, you know, we'll do this something like that. I want to do an eyeball. You know, just doing something real quick like that. Then maybe this could be more something for you. And this one, I'll try to do another quick sketch. Just so something along those lines. I still like the way this one looks more for some reason, but yeah, you know, it's whatever your preference is, and maybe this is a little more, a better insight instead of just going over some previous drawings I had and the way it may kind of come off. But I hope everyone stays good and just continues to keep on trying to pursue whatever creative endeavor, or just even just benefiting yourself in some sort of way. It'd be cool if y'all decide to like and subscribe, but also if you don't, that's perfectly fine, because that also shows where I need to improve on. And I mean, not only in my drawings, but how to make these videos and make them more, whether it's informative or entertaining in some sort of way. So y'all have a great day and take care.